I've learned. The best of the best have got the follow. What's your goal for the next 6 months?
Hey everyone, my good friend and one of the most amazing thought leaders, mentors, business owners, entrepreneurs, call him what you like, Charles Tarbey has done it from a salesperson in the inner west of Sydney to today being the owner of the Century 21 Corporation. This guy walks his talk. We've got a 5-part series with Charles Tarbey. We're going to talk about finding sellers. We're going to talk about listing presentations. We're going to talk about how to get vendors sold that are overpriced. We're going to show you how to be organized, use your diary, and we're also going to do a special segment about how to transition from being a salesperson to being a business owner. Let's go meet one of the most outstanding stories of real estate in Australia over the last 40 years. Charles Tarbey. Hey everyone, Tom Panos here with Charles Tarbey. I have to tell you that about 20 years ago, I did a course, How to Emotionally Devastate Your Competitors. It was a blueprint to real estate, and I have to say to you today, those concepts of finding sellers, educating vendors, they're not much different. I know we've got YouTube, I know we've got CRM systems, I know we've got live streaming on Facebook, but real estate is 101, back to basics. Charles, how are you?
Good, thank you, Tom.
Charles, I think one of the main reasons that people are going to be inspired watching this video is that you are living proof that you can start with nothing, no big contacts, no 20 degrees.
Sure.
And you can start off as a salesperson in an area known as Marrickville in Sydney.
Was, yes.
And many years later, be the owner of the entire Century 21 group in Australia, Asia, and Papua New Guinea. This is inspiring because it basically says that it's possible to a person out there. And we've got a 5-part series where we're going to run through various things. But how do you keep a normal life, do everything you've got to do, but keep remembering, I've got to I've got to keep having a conversation with this person, even though it's not pressing, it's not an emergency, it's not life or death whether you speak to them, but it's important, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So I had my touch points. Now, I always found that talking to one person who spoke to 100 people gave me a chance to do better business.
Okay, I love that. That's gold.
For instance, you.
Yeah.
I talk to you.
Yeah.
You speak to a lot of agents.
Yeah.
You've got 15,000 people following you, right?
Almost more.
You've got more than Mariah Carey, I think.
No,
so,
I don't.
Who do you like? Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
You've got more than Johnny Depp, I think, following you. And so if I really want to get out to the industry, which is what we're doing today, I'm doing it through you. So I'm speaking to one person who's speaking to 15,000.
Okay, that's gold. Explain to me, you've explained it from a real estate agent, an audience of agents. How would that work in real estate land with one person introducing them to lots of...
It was something we focused on very heavily, particularly whether it was a financial planner or whether it was a couple of lawyers or whether it was building societies or it was cafe owners or whether it was Joe's fruit barn, which was always my favourite one. I'd always go and put my little newsletters, which we started doing way back in the late 70s, early 80s, and black and white in those days, and I would make sure that I had Joe's photograph in these newsletters. And I wrote about this in Listing Rich because I go there and what I found was that Joe, we'd put them next to the cash register in those days because that's where people talk, but have the conversation. Not a magazine stand out the front. That's great, but if you really wanted a result, you put it where people interacted. And so Joe, I found, was pushing my newsletters more than I was because his photo was in them all the time. And we also dropped those newsletters in the local area with Joe's photos and other store owners' photos. So these people became my prospecting points. I'd go and see Joe, drop off newsletters, and I'd say, how's it going? They say, Charles, there's some people came in the other day and they live in Tenterfield Avenue. I don't know what number. They were talking about selling and I was telling them about you. I said, great, Joe, I'll go and door knock the street. And I'd door knock the street. I'd end up finding somebody there who Joe had spoken to, and strangely enough, they had a relationship with Joe, so they automatically had a relationship with me. And that was the key.
Okay.
That was the key.
So Charles, you're saying these people might not even list with you, but these people will actually introduce you to a lot of people.
They could, that's correct, they could.
Yeah.
And that was the potential. And I found doing that was far easier for me than going and knocking on 100 doors or calling 100 people a day. I was having meaningful conversations with people, and I got business from it, quite a lot.
That's given you a test drive of Real Estate Gym. Let me tell you, if you're a subscriber and a member of the gym, you'll be getting videos from our co-coaches all the time. You'll be getting mentors, you'll be getting scripts, you'll be getting dialogues, you'll be getting templates, and most importantly, My Prospector, your personal accountability system to make more calls, get more appointments, get more listings. From around $10 per week, realestategym.com.au, your personal coach.